What's up, guys, and welcome to my Rails portfolio project demonstration for the Flatiron School online web developer program. Going to be going through a little demo of my Rails project, which is basically a extension of my Synaptic project, the same exact app, but I refactored it using Rails helpers, and just writing it in Ruby on Rails. And I also added comments and just some other little features here and there, like third-party authentication with Facebook. So I'm going to be running through all that real quick, and I'm going to try to keep this video as short as possible. So I'm not actually going to start from scratch. I'm using the Learn IDE to run this. I was coding this all in like my Ubuntu side, my boot up, but my video recording wasn't working, so I switched over to Windows. I'm using my Learn IDE, so I was using a localhost 3000 this whole time to kind of run it and test it, but now the Learn IDE gives me a random IP address when I start a Rails server, since it's like a remote type of cloud-based thing, I think. Anyway, let's get started. So I actually already made some accounts and everything. So right now I'm logged out. This is the home page. When you just go to the site after you are, if you're not logged in or anything, it takes you to this landing page. Otherwise, if you're already logged in and you go to like the plain URL, it'll take you to the /prayers page, which is visible even if you're not logged in. So even if you're not logged in, you can see all the public prayers here. There are more prayers in the database right now that are not public, so they're not visible through here. Even if you're logged in, you can only see the public prayers here. So let's see. All right, so let's just show like the authorization here using Pundit. We can't go to groups because I'm not logged in. It's going to ask us to log in. This is one of the users I already made. I'll just show that real quick. So I'll log in as Paul Jones for life. So these are all the public groups. This is one that Paul Jones made. This is one that the Peach made. So as you can, if we go here, you can see all the group pairs in here, and you can see like these admin buttons. So you can edit the group and delete the group. You can see the leaders or the members as well. So we can add a member by username. So this is another user I added or I made earlier. Now he's added, and you can see his profile there. And then you can also you can see your own profile, or you can go to your like actual account edit page, and this is where you change your information. This is where you can also see all the groups that you're part of and all your shared prayers. So this will show both private and public, because you're the only one who can access this page, as opposed to your public profile, which only shows your public prayers and your public groups. Alright, so I'm going to log out and actually log in with a new user, and I just went back and I had to add this random IP address that Learn spits out when you start a Rails server. I had to add that to the Facebook URL whitelist thing that it approves, so hopefully it works when I log in or try to sign up with Facebook. If it doesn't, then okay, whew, there we go, so it worked. So I made a new account with Facebook, and it adds it automatically uses the email it gets from Facebook to create your username, because you need a username to have a functioning user account here. So this is like my typoed email address that is based off of a Sublime song that I made like in 6th or 7th grade. Good song, terrible email address. Just recently found out that it was about like voodoo or something like that. That's what that's about. Anyway, so we can change this. So we'll call it PJ's account via Facebook, and then we can edit other stuff. So we can say PJ Facebook rules. Okay, so I kind of did this before in my testing. FB Church. Yeah. Okay. Cool. And we can update our user accounts. Cool. So I had to actually go back and change a lot of this this devise stuff in like the devise what's it called, controller and all that, to get this to work without like having a password in the password field. Otherwise, it was like kicking error. It was like causing errors and stuff when I was trying to update this account with a blank password. So it works now. I can also delete my account. I'm not going to do that. We can go to the prayers page again, and so we only see the public prayers, like I said. You see this prayer has only one comment. It has 0 comments. This will take you to the prayer comments route. So it would show all the comments here, as opposed to clicking on this. It shows you the prayer itself, and you can add a comment. So we'll say I can see it too. Alright, so this should pop up. It should reroute back to this page. But now you can see Paul Jones' comment, and you can see the comment I just made. And you can edit it and delete it. So let's edit it. Put some more of these guys. Cool. Now that's good. Now let's go to groups. So groups, we can see public groups here. This one doesn't have any public prayers or anything. This is the one I made earlier. It has one public prayer. But it also has a private prayer that's not visible because I'm not part of the group. But if I join the group, it will show up. There you go. So this is the one that's that was private that we can now see because we're part of the group. So as you can see, this is when I made this prayer. The title or the poster is anonymous because it's checked off as anonymous, and it's posted by Paul Jones. It only says Paul Jones because I put that in the actual title. Otherwise, I wouldn't say anything about Paul Jones. But if we go to Paul Jones' page, account page or profile page, we'll see that his public prayer here this will show up because it's public prayer, but any anonymous and non-public prayers will not show up. So Paul Jones, so we see only his one prayer, public prayer, no anonymous prayers, because obviously if it's anonymous and it shows up on his page, then we know that he posted it. Okay, so I think that's pretty much all of the things I need to show you guys. I rewrote all of the authentication and authorization. I rewrote all the authorization with Pundit, which made it a lot cleaner. The code, I used a lot of partials and Rails helpers to clean up the code, and devise worked out eventually. It was a big headache, but got to work eventually. Alright guys, so I kind of forgot a really important feature to show, which is the main purpose of the website, and that is posting prayers. So we're going to log in real quick, and we're going to log in as peach@email.com, and we'll log in with my free password. Okay, so we can sign in. So posting prayers. So let's see, I forget exactly all the groups I'm part of here. So I'm part of all these different groups, private groups, blah blah blah. Okay, so we can post prayers to all these groups. Oh yeah, I forgot they show up in this page here. And you can post let's see, anonymous, let's just say prayer for, we'll say it's only for Paul Jones private group. Will not show up. Will only show up in this specific group. Okay, and it's not public prayer. It's not anonymous. So we're gonna post it in this one. And before I click that, this form uses a custom attribute writer to post to these groups. Through the association of prayer has many groups and groups has many prayers. So it posts to the join table using the group IDE or group IDs. So if we share that, that will take us here. So the prayer page doesn't show that prayer because it's only posted to that one group. If we go to groups, actually we could just go to all the groups I'm part of. So let's go to the Peach private group. So if we go here, we are not part of, I didn't post that in this group, so it doesn't show up. But if we go to the other group that I just posted it in, it will show up in there. So the page only shows up for this group. What else? I also didn't show that I could add users with username. I already added this guy, so there's nothing else to add there. But actually, I'll just, let's see, what are the groups that I own? The Paul Jones. No. Let's see. I think I have a private group this guy made. Page public group, page private group. Okay. So I can add Paul Jones via username. Okay, that should work. And I can also add via email address, which is the Facebook account. Okay, I actually cannot add by name because there's likely going to be multiple names being used, maybe. And also, so I need to delete that from the HTML. But if we try to add Paul Jones again, actually if I try to add a random user, it doesn't exist, it will show up that they're not able to find that. And if I try to add an existing group member to the group, it'll show that they're already part of the group, and it'll kick an error as well. So that's that. One last thing here, I want to show that you cannot navigate to private groups if you're not part of them. You can't navigate to them manually through like the URL. Same with prayer requests. So I just want to see this group right here is a private group. So this is group number 2, and it has Paul Jones and the Facebook account. So let's log out and log in as those accounts. Okay, so I just logged in as Paul Jones, and I left the group that I was just in. All right. Okay, so I just logged in as Paul Jones, and I left that Page private group. So now if I try to navigate back to that group, it will not allow me to go there. So that was group 2, and it doesn't authorize me to use that, to go to that action. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's all I got to show for my project. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know if you guys have any questions or comments or suggestions or anything. And thanks to my instructor for watching. I look forward to my assessment, and I look forward to moving on to the next section, which is JavaScript, and then JavaScript and Rails combined, and then yeah, just finishing up the program hopefully pretty soon. So yeah, thanks again, guys, and I'll see you in my next video.